Bruh. Tell me I didn't see what I just saw. Tell me I didn't see what I just saw. Please tell me I didn't see what I just saw. Yeah, it's cooked. It's cooked. It's over, bro. They're crazy. They are crazy. $2.4 million. $2.4 million.
$2.40 million. That was the maximum salary WNBA owners put on the table, and the Players Association said no. Not let us think about it. Not, we need to negotiate further. Just note Tio put that in perspective. The current max salary in the WNBA is $250,000. The owners offered to multiply that by nearly 10 times within 5 years, and it still wasn't enough. So we need to understand what actually happened in these negotiations, because this decision could define the next decade of women's professional basketball.
Get into this. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into things, man. So we know that there was a three-hour-long meeting yesterday where the players thought the WNBA was going to give them some whopping offer, just a whopping of a deal. WNBA owners didn't offer them a damn thing. They told them to hit the bricks. Your main people didn't even show up. We'll get back to you when we...
Here's what makes this particularly significant. Everything the WNBA is offering right now exists because of one person's impact on ratings. When Caitlyn Clark got injured last season, viewership dropped by 55%, not 15%, not 25%, 55%. That's not a dip. That's a collapse. And yet, the Players Association is negotiating as if the league's growth is permanent and guaranteed, rather than tied directly to specific star power that may not translate across the entire roster.
He said, adding to Alexa Phillipou's recap from yesterday, ESPN has obtained some information that was presented to players at yesterday's meeting, summarizing the WNBA's current positions. Let's get into it. Here it says WNBA CBA proposal. The goal is a win-win for the CBA. Win-win CBA. Substantially increase player salaries to reflect recent and future business growth, promote business health and profitability, maintain incentives for team and league investment. So that third part, you can't maintain incentive for people to invest if you're not making.
Ramona Shelburne at ESPN obtained the actual documents presented to players at yesterday's meeting, and when you look at the salary projections, it's clear the owners weren't playing games. They laid out a defined path. Average salaries would jump from $120,000 in 2025 to $540,000 this season. Not max salaries, average salaries. If the deal were signed, by 2031 the average player would be earning $1 million annually. Maximum contracts would start at $1.3 million immediately and scale up to $2.40 million. This wasn't a minor bump. This was a complete restructuring of WNBA compensation.
Hey, I'm gonna zoom in. All right, right now, this is where they at right now, right? Average player salaries, projected player salaries. Okay, boom. In 2025, prior to the CBA, it was 120 grand, right? Then it would go 540 grand, 780 grand, $1 million, right? Okay. Now, this is the supermax salary. Now, that's with the projections, and if they sign a new CBA, these are the average salaries. So you're looking at $540K for this season, getting up to $780K in 20.
But salary numbers were only part of what was on the table. The proposal included team charter flights for preseason, regular season, and postseason games, first-class travel in and out of team markets, 2 additional roster spots specifically for developmental players, meaning second and third round draft picks wouldn't automatically get cut and sent overseas. Increased salary cap exceptions for pregnant players. New team staffing requirements included physicians, trainers, strength and conditioning, coaches, physical therapists, and access to nutritionists. The owners were addressing nearly every complaint the players' union had raised over the past 3 years.
What y'all think y'all worth 2.4 right now? This is crazy. This is crazy that the owners offered y'all a deal that 5 years from now, the max y'all will be getting 2.4, possibly even more. Okay, y'all be getting 1.3 for this season on a max deal, an average salary of $540,000. They said no. 2031, the average salary will be $1 million. The average. Yeah, these ladies is Delulu. These ladies are Delulu, man. They've lost it, man. $2.4 million turned down.
And they went even deeper. Higher team contributions to 401k retirement plans, increased performance bonuses for awards and playoff advancement, medical benefits continuation for players waived after the midpoint of the season, which currently doesn't exist. New requirements allowed young children of players and their caregivers to travel with the team, with additional hotel rooms covered. Free WNBA League Pass for all players, complimentary All-Star tickets, the elimination of marijuana testing, and new treatment programs for substance issues, the ability to invest in and have endorsement deals with sports betting, fantasy, and cannabis companies. This wasn't just a salary negotiation. This was a comprehensive benefits overhaul.
Contracts, upward salary adjustments, which means they would make adjustments to the salaries that rookies are on so they can get more money. Like, it's a win around the board, man. It's a win around the board. Team charter travel, preseason, regular season, and postseason games, first class travel in and out of team market, higher annual salary, more allowable guaranteed contracts per team, additional categories of salary protection, 2 new development player rosters. So they were going to add 2 roster spots for development.
Now, here's where the players' union's position starts to fall apart. The owners explicitly stated their goal was to substantially increase player salaries while maintaining incentives for team and league investment. That third part is critical. You cannot maintain incentive for people to invest if the league isn't profitable. The WNBA has been operating in the red for most of its existence. Subsidized by the NBA, recent growth in revenue and viewership created an opportunity to actually become self-sustaining. But if the players demand a revenue split that pushes the league back into $700 million of debt, no investor is putting money into expansion teams, no owner is upgrading facilities, the whole CAC trajectory stalls out.
Physical therapists, access to nutritionists. I mean, listen, man, the WNBA players got to get real, man. These owners have made adjustments. They're looking to do things. The players are kind of like wacky, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. They very wacky for this, man. Higher team contributions to players, 401k retirement, increased performance bonuses for awards and playoff advancement. Additional funding for player programs, access to recently retired players, broader access to family planning benefits, medical benefits, continuation for players waived.
The players' union went into yesterday's meeting expecting the owners to cave. They thought 3 hours of face-to-face negotiation would result in a massive offer, something closer to what they'd been demanding. Instead, the owners showed up, presented the same proposal that was already on the table, and essentially said, "This is it. Take it or leave it." The key decision makers from ownership didn't even attend. They sent representatives who had no authority to negotiate further. That's a power move. That's ownership saying, "We're not desperate, here you are."
Alcohol abuse, elimination of marijuana testing, 50% of certain team fines donated to PA selected charity, ability to invest and have endorsement deals with sports betting, fantasy, and cannabis companies. I don't think we should do that. It's too much going on. It's too much going on with the gambling stuff. I don't think y'all should do that at all. I think that's a bad idea. The NBA is already trying to move away from a lot of these betting deals that they had because of all the stuff they got going on. Mobile medical record app for players, earlier first payment of annual salary, additional mental health resources, increased promotional and commercial appearance fees, new non-birthing parent leave policy. You ain't even the one pregnant. What do you got to leave for?
Let's break this down clearly. The players are asking for a revenue-sharing model similar to the NBA, where players receive roughly 50% of basketball-related income that on the surface. That sounds fair. Equal partnership, equal split. But the NBA is a $75 billion business with generational wealth built over decades. The WNBA is still establishing its financial foundation. Applying the same revenue split to a league still building profitability is like asking a startup to pay salaries like Goop. The math doesn't work. And when you factor in that recent revenue spikes are directly tied to one player's drawing power, not league-wide popularity, the risk becomes even clearer. The owners aren't rejecting revenue sharing. They're rejecting the percentage and the timeline. They're saying, we'll get there, but we need to build sustainable profitability first. And that's not unreasonable. While WNBA revenue jumped from roughly $300 million to over $2 billion in media rights deals, operating costs for 12 teams, facility rentals, travel expenses, now rising with charter flights, marketing budgets, league office operations, health and retirement benefits, and player salaries all eat into that growth. Giving players the requested percentage could push the league back into the red within 2 years. The union disputes this, claiming owners are hiding profits or undervaluing the league. Maybe some truth exists. Private businesses don't always open their books. But if the league were secretly profitable, why subsidize through the NBA? Why are multiple WNBA franchises valued under $50 million while NBA teams sell for billions? The financial reality doesn't support the union's stance. Then there's the Caitlyn Clark factor. When she plays, viewership spikes. When she's injured or not in primetime slots, ratings crater. Indiana Fever games averaged 3 times the viewership of non-Fever games last season. That's not a slight against other players. That's data. Owners are essentially saying, we're offering generational wealth based on growth that might not continue if stars leave, get injured, or retire. Players argue, we deserve this money regardless of individual star power because we're the product. Both sides have merit, but only one aligns with financial sustainability. Think about scenarios. Clark suffers a career-ending injury next season, or goes overseas for more money, or casual fans lose interest. Revenue drops, salaries remain, league debt spikes, expansion stalls, teams fold. Owners aim to protect against this by tying increases to continued growth rather than guaranteed percentages. Claiming that's greed ignores the reality that fiscal responsibility is survival. There's more. Developmental. Roster spots, 2 per team, would create 24 new jobs for players who otherwise go overseas. These spots were rejected because the union prioritized the revenue split over additional player opportunities. Charter flights, full preseason, regular, postseason coverage are tens of millions annually. The union still said not enough. Benefits package improvements, extended medical coverage, family travel accommodations, retirement contributions, mental health resources, nutritionists, enhanced training staff have real monetary value, often over $100,000 per player, even if not reflected in salary lines. Yet they're dismissed because max salaries aren't high enough. Marijuana testing, elimination, and treatment programs represent meaningful policy shifts, acknowledging social evolution, ignored by the union. Timeline matters. Owners propose 6-year increases to reach $2.40 million. The union wants that now or within 2 years. But rapid salary inflation without revenue growth risks financial collapse. Mid-tier and role players could be squeezed if stars get supermax contracts, creating an extreme salary distribution. Owners' plan balances salaries, ensuring solid rotation players earn real money and build wealth. Currently, the union has rejected 2 proposals. Owners won't negotiate further until realistic demands return. CBA expiration looms. Work stoppage, lockout, or strike could derail WNBA momentum. Unlike the union claims, the owners gave nearly everything else: charter flights, medical benefits, family accommodations, developmental rosters, retirement contributions, facility improvements, staffing upgrades, and quintupled maximum salaries over 6 years. What point does the union acknowledge its position isn't just ambitious, it's unrealistic? Killing the golden goose to get more eggs faster isn't strategy, it's risk. The WNBA has a chance at sustainable generational growth, but it requires patience and partnership. Owners offer collaboration. The union pushes confrontation. The question: will the players' union reconsider before forcing a work stoppage that jeopardizes everything? Or will we watch the WNBA squander its best opportunity for long-term success? because the union overplayed its hand. Drop your take in the comments. This decision will define the league for the next decade.